on Channel 3 News.
A presidential power play. Candidate Clinton sending in a supporter with Oval Office experience. A report from the Bill Clinton rally in Pensacola. And Donald Trump acting as if he already has the White House. The Republican nominee sharing what he would do in his first 100 days as president.
You're watching Northwest Florida's news station. This is WEAR, Channel 3 News at 10 in high definition.
Good evening. Thanks for staying up late with us. Presidential nominees have just over 2 weeks to convince Americans to choose them on Election Day. And the Democratic Party sent in their big gun. Former President Bill Clinton rallied in Pensacola today. Well, until now, Northwest Florida hasn't been a hot spot for the Clinton campaign, but Hillary's hoping for a swing state sweep. Channel 3's Jacqueline Kovac was at the Clinton rally and said people stood in line around the block to see him.
I got here, I thought I had died and gone to heaven.
Hundreds of people packed the small Cobb Community Center in Pensacola's North Hill community after waiting hours to get inside.
We waited in line probably about 2 hours. 20 minutes for me.
Some were inside, others outside. About 1,200 in all arrived for the rally.
It's a great turnout, and it's right in the heart of the African-American race, because I live right down the street from this place.
That's a great sign. This sign says vote early. This sign says vote Hurley.
The former president talked about his wife's plan for presidency, from the Affordable Health Care Act.
So Hillary says, instead of repealing the bill, let people 55 and over buy into Medicare and give everybody else a public option.
To her economic and education plan.
I'm telling you, her way will work better.
He compared Hillary's words and actions against that of GOP nominee Donald Trump, but he wasn't saying his name.
You can go back to trickle-down economics. That's what her opponent wants to do.
Hillary supporters shared their reasons why they are a vocal minority in this very conservative area.
We have to look at the overall picture here. We need to, Donald Trump is spewing a lot of hate out there, and we don't need hate right now. We need to love one another.
I think that there's just a lot of upset folks. And one of them has hair that goes like this. He's going to be really upset if he loses.
After talking for about an hour, the former president made his way outside, shaking hands and taking photos before jumping on his bus and leaving Northwest Florida. In Pensacola, Jacqueline Kovac, Channel 3 News.
And Clinton supporters took a jab at Donald Trump today with some signs on the bathroom doors. There they are. A couple of campaign phrases that have already gone viral got new use on those restroom entrances. Remember when Trump used the phrase bad hombres during the debate? And of course, when he called Hillary a nasty woman. At least it would appear Pensacola Clinton supporters have a sense of humor. President Clinton started his day in Panama City. He made a quick stop for lunch at a restaurant in Miramar Beach on his way to Pensacola. He greeted diners, shook hands, even took a picture with a Trump fan. Then he chatted with a few Democratic supporters.
Yeah, he came by our table and sat there and told us the story because my little brother here hurt his leg on a golf cart, and he just told us the story about this guy. And he went golfing or whatever. He played with his crutches and played a whole round. It was pretty cool, pretty good story.
Well, if you've never been to another broken egg in Miramar Beach, now you know, apparently it is presidential. Hillary Clinton held a rally in Pittsburgh today with her running mate Tim Kaine. She slammed GOP Senate candidates who are supporting Donald Trump. She indicated that candidates who don't stand up to Trump won't stand up for voters. And Donald Trump also in Pennsylvania today, giving what were tagged as his closing statements. The nominee said if he wins, his first 100 days as president will focus on jobs and securing the military. Trump laid out his plans to an invitation-only crowd in Gettysburg. And when it comes to policy, he says, secure the border.
Nobody can even believe what's happening. We're being poisoned by the drugs that are pouring in from the southern border.
Donald Trump says he knows it will be a challenge, but one that he can and will handle when he's elected. Governor Mike Pence connected with voters in a much less serious way. The Republican running mate went to a pumpkin fair in Circleville, Ohio today. He shook hands, greeted supporters, and examined a 1,500-pound prize-winning pumpkin.
First